Welcome back to Tuesday, everybody, where we check out the 3 vendors that change what they carry, starting with the Telvar Merchant. First off, we have Amulet of the Oak Father's Retribution and also the ring down here. Next, we have Balfoyen Treasure Maps. Of course, Balfoyen's just going to bring you Armor of the Trainee and a chance for the leads for Ancestral Nord belts and staves motifs, but it's not worth 6,000 Telvar. The maps themselves are pretty cheap through traders, so I would just get them that way. Our first lead is Carved Stone Key. This is part of Music Box Hermit Crab Dance. This one's actually worth getting. This one comes from the Solstice Daily Rewards, and even on your first one, they tend not to drop all that quickly. So if you'd prefer not to worry about doing Solstice Dailies ad infinitum until you get the lead, and especially if you're trying to get 3 copies so that you can buy as many music boxes as you want from the achievement vendor, then I would definitely recommend getting that one this week. Next up is Lead Vollenfell Etching Tools. This one is part of Rourke and Steamguard's Mythic and comes from the final boss of the dungeon, Vollenfell. Another one that is not a bad one to get. There are 2 leads, I believe, that drop in Vollenfell, so it might be worth running a few times, but if you're struggling with it, it's here for you. Our other jewelry is Reactive Necklace and Ring. Next up, we have scripts. We have Bound Affix Script Defile. Adds Defile, a debuff reducing healing received. Bound Focus Script Generate Ultimate. Adds Ultimate Generation. Bound Focus Script Trauma. Adds Healing Absorption Effect. Bound Signature Script Gladiator's Tenacity. Adds Damage Reduction. And lastly, we have Fragment of the Exarch. This is one of, it looks like 5 pieces of the Silver Bolt Vibrant Yellow Skill Style. This one drops out of Blackreach Greymore Caverns, the World Boss Feeding Grounds. It is a guaranteed drop. If you kill the boss just once, you are guaranteed to get it. If you prefer not to mess with that, it's here for 5,000 Telvar. All right, let's head to the Scholarium and see what new scripts we have. We've made our way to the Scholarium. Let's see what he has. Starting with Bound Affix Script Interrupt, adds Interruption Effect. Bound Focus Script Poison Damage, adds Poison Damage. And Bound Signature Script Knight's Valor, adds improved use of Bash or Blocking. Pretty easy list this week. Let's head over to Infinite Archive. Let's see what Filer Ul has for us today.
I had to use magic.
First up, we have Balfoyen Treasure Maps again. Remember, we had these treasure maps in Imperial City Sewers as well. Again, Balfoyen brings us Armor of the Trainee, as well as a chance for the leads for Ancestral Nord belts and staves motifs. But just like with our Telvar, I also think it is too expensive in Archival Fortunes. I would just go spend a couple hundred gold and get one off the traders. Next up, we have Companion Equipment Heavy Armor. I never recommend these. I think they're too expensive for what you get. You get a random piece of heavy armor in a random trait, and they are bound to you, so you cannot sell them if you get a trait that you don't want. So I say skip this, but if you have tons of Archival Fortunes and would really like some extra heavy armor for your companions, it is here if you want it. Our first book is How Regine Stole the Book That Knows. This one drops out of Infinite Archive, and the eidetic memory comes from the quest in Apocrypha called Fate's Lost Dream. Next up, we have lead Fangs of Bitter Mercy. This one is one of 5 pieces of the Huntsman's War Mask, and this lead drops out of Moonhunter Keep off the final boss. Remember, these will drop in normal, but it's not a guarantee. So this one's one that doesn't like to drop all that frequently. Not a bad one to buy for 5,000 Archival Fortunes. And because I already have the other lead and can't get it again, the other one is down here. We'll go ahead and skip down here to the Apocrypha Stone base lead, which is one of 3 pieces of Vision of Mora. And all 3 of those pieces, though, drop from Infinite Archive. Anytime you're looking for leads in Infinite Archive, if they're not dropping for you, make sure that you are killing the GW the Pilferer and that you're doing side bosses. Leads like to drop from those 2 places. All right, back up. We've got Life in the Kimono Tong, which is a book that drops out of Infinite Archive. And the eidetic memory is from the Delve Kimona Rune in Telvanni Peninsula. If you're not sure how that works, I do have a link below that explains the collectible books. Our first plan is pattern Dark Elf Rug Fungal. This one runs 10 to 13K on PCNA, and on PCEU we have one listing for 16K, so about the same, but there aren't a ton of listings on EU at least. Next up we have Praxis High Isle Turret Conical Castle. 41 listings on PCNA, ranging from 10 to 13K. On PCEU we have a lot of listings as well. Much cheaper on EU though, ranging from 2.5K to 6.5K. There are a couple listed higher, but most of them are under 6,000 gold. And our third and final plan is Praxis Telvanni Table Runner Bordered Azure. We have 2 listings at 55K on PCNA, and we have 2 listings, one for 25,000 and one for 40,000 on PCEU. So we have a couple that are probably worth getting this week. Next up, 6 House Writhing Thread. This is one of 7 pieces of the 6 House Robes costume that drops out of Forgotten Wastes in Vardenfell, the public dungeon. You can go in and these will drop randomly off mobs, or you can buy them on traders for about 600 to 700 gold on PCNA at least. I don't think this is worth 3,000 archival fortunes in the grand scheme. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Berserk, adds Berserk, a buff increasing damage done. Bound Focus Script Bleed Damage, adds bleed damage. Bound Focus Script Immobilize, adds an immobilization effect. And Bound Signature Script Crusader's Defiance, adds removal of debilitating effects. Next, we have the style page for Stonekeeper Shoulder. Whenever the mask style page is dropping in Frostvault, these shoulders will be available for keys from the Undaunted quest giver. This one does cover both shoulders. I personally prefer to get mine with keys. It is a shorter window though, so if you would like to get it for 15,000 archival fortunes, it is here. Next we have Delver's Alessia deck fragment, a component required to create a Tales of Tribute deck telling the story of Saint Alessia. So this is one of 5 pieces of the Saint Alessia deck, and this one is found occasionally after defeating delve bosses in Westweald. I don't think any of these deck fragments are particularly difficult to get, but if you disagree, it's here for 3,000 archival fortunes. We already went over that lead, so the final piece we have is Malographic Ichor. Consume 50 Malographic Ichors to unlock the Ichor Most Malevolent achievement and the Malographic Mount. I never recommend these. If we bought all 50 of these at 10,000 archival fortunes apiece, we would probably have run enough to have gotten this naturally by doing the dailies. You are guaranteed one piece with each daily that you do. They drop in a curated order, and I believe the mount is first. So I don't recommend these unless you only have 1 or 2 pieces left and you just want to hurry up and get it already. But 10,000 archival fortunes is a lot. I would rather have you spend them on some of these other things. All right, and just one quick reminder, most of the stuff, if not all of it, is bound. I think the only exception this week is the map once you take it out of the container, but everything else is bound. None of these are money makers. Please don't buy a bunch of these patterns and try to sell them. They are bind on pickup, so keep that in mind. Okay, we're gonna run a couple arcs of Infinite Archive, and I'll let you know what new gear is dropping this week. We just finished 3 arcs of Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping from Stonefalls. That includes Shadow of the Red Mountain, Shock Exoskeleton, and Silks of the Sun, as well as from High Isle, which includes Blessing of High Isle, Steadfast Metal, and Sister's Scowl. Now remember, Steadfast Metal, when you break it down, you have a chance to get Stendar stamps. Those are running about 6 to 8K in value on PCNA right now. So a little side benefit if you decide to run this week. All right, that's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.